Hey there, you know that feeling when you're just staring at a wall of numbers and your brain just kind of shuts down? Well, today we're going to talk about an awesome skill, how to turn all that confusing data into pictures that actually tell a story and make perfect sense.
I mean, we've all been there, right? Someone hands you this giant spreadsheet or a report just packed with data, and you know the answers are in there somewhere, but all you can see is this sea of numbers. It's just a lot. Okay, so check this out. Here's a table of monthly sales for 5 different products. Quick, take a look. Can you tell me which product's sales are trending up for the year? I'll give you a sec.
Yeah, it's tough. Your eyes are darting all over the place. You're trying to compare this number with that number. It's kind of like trying to spot one specific face in a massive concert crowd. It's just noise.
And look, tables aren't useless. You can definitely see very specific details, right? Like you can find that 6.7% sales drop for product A in February. But focusing on the tiny details like that means you totally miss the bigger picture. So what is the overall story here?
Well, this is where the hero of our story comes in. It's time to stop squinting at those spreadsheets and let the data show us what's going on through the magic of a picture.
So what we're talking about is called data visualization. And it's really just a fancy way of saying we're going to display data in a way that makes sense, a way that gives you those aha moments that lead to better decisions. It's basically translating from the language of numbers into the language our brains love, pictures.
Okay, you ready for this? Let's take that same exact data, the same numbers we were just struggling with, and look at them in a totally different way. And bam, there it is. The exact same data, but now it's a line chart. All of a sudden, that chaos just disappears. And the stories that were totally buried in those numbers, they're practically jumping off the screen at you. Okay, so now that we can actually see what's going on, let's pull out some of those hidden stories. This is the fun part. First off, remember that question from before? Which product is trending up? Well, look at that. The purple line, product D. It's climbing plain as day. You didn't need a calculator, you just needed to see it.
Okay, now look down at that green line for product C. Yeah, it's the lowest seller for sure, but look how flat it is. That means it's super stable, super predictable, and you know what? That's actually really valuable information to have.
Now compare that to the red line for product B. It's a total roller coaster, right? All those peaks and valleys tell us its sales are all over the place, way more volatile than anything else. Is it seasonal? Is it based on sales? We don't know yet, but now we know exactly what question to ask next. And this is what I'm talking about. Charts make weird stuff. Outliers just pop. Check out the light blue line for product E. Everything's going fine, and then wham! It takes a nosedive in September. In that boring old table, that was just one number out of 60. Here, it's a flashing red light that you absolutely cannot miss.
Okay, so that's the why. You get it. It's powerful. But what about the how? Well, here's the best part. You do not need to be some kind of data genius to do this. In fact, you've probably got all the tools you need sitting on your computer right now.
Yep, tools you use every day, like Microsoft Excel, have these amazing charting features built right in. It's literally just a few clicks. You highlight your data, hit Insert, and you're on your way to making your own awesome charts. Let's quickly cover a couple of the basics. You've got your column chart with the vertical bars going up and down, and then you have the bar chart, which is basically the same thing, just sideways with horizontal bars. Super simple, but super effective. So when do you use these guys? Well, they're perfect anytime you want to compare things in different categories. Think sales by region or website traffic by source. They just make it instantly clear how different things stack up against each other. Here's another great before and after. On the left, you've got this dense employment report, another wall of numbers, really hard to digest. And on the right, boom, a clear column chart. You can see the whole story of employment by job type and demographic in like 2 seconds. The difference is night and day. So when you boil it all down, this isn't just about making things look pretty. It's really about a completely different way of understanding and sharing information.
And it's not just me saying this. Research shows that using data visualization leads to better decisions, period. It lets you find the answers for yourself without having to wait for some expert. And it makes it so much easier to share what you've found with everyone else. So just remember this. It's not about making pretty charts. It's about finding the fastest, clearest path from a confusing pile of data to real, actual understanding. It's a skill that just helps you think more clearly.
So next time you're looking at a spreadsheet, I want you to challenge yourself. Don't just see the numbers. Ask yourself, what stories are hiding in here? And more importantly, how can I make a picture that will tell them? Thanks for joining me.